Welcome the learner. You're looking to build your understanding of fascinating topics without getting, bogged down in endless details, right? Well, that's exactly what we're here for. This is the Deep Dive, your curated shortcut to the knowledge that truly matters.
We take complex subjects, explore the core sources, and, well, we extract the vital insights, all tailored with you in mind.
And today, we're embarking on an exploration of the remarkable life of Sakya Pandita. He's a monumental figure in Tibetan Buddhism.
Oh, absolutely. And holds the distinction of being the fourth of the 5 founders of the Sakya order. Our mission is focused to distill the most compelling and insightful aspects of Sakya Pandita's life, illuminating, why he is so deeply revered in history.
And just to give you an immediate sense of his profound stature, get this, even the great Tsongkhapa, a pivotal figure himself,
Huge figure.
compared Sakya Pandita's wisdom to that of
Manjughosha, the bodhisattva of wisdom in Mahayana Buddhism, basically the embodiment of enlightened understanding.
Exactly. Tsongkhapa actually said their wisdom was non-dual, meaning, well, ultimately the same. Okay, let's delve into this incredible life.
Right. So Sakya Pandita was born in 1182, the year of the iron female pig in the Tibetan calendar in Sakya, Tibet.
Okay.
And interestingly, he was the nephew of Jetsun Drakpa Gyaltsen.
Another incredibly important figure, one of the other Sakya founders.
Precisely. And even before he was born, there were these extraordinary indications of his potential.
His mother, Mache Gnetri Cham, she had this powerful dream, a Naga king adorned with jewels entering her womb.
Wow. And in this context, a Naga is like a serpent being often linked with wisdom and power.
So this dream was interpreted as a clear sign, right, that a bodhisattva had entered her.
And throughout her pregnancy, she apparently experienced this state of unusual ease and joy, deep meditative states just arising naturally.
Amazing. Suggests a remarkable connection to inner peace even before birth.
Indeed. Then, at his birth itself, numerous auspicious signs manifested, further pointing to his exceptional nature.
But the extraordinary stuff didn't stop there, did it?
Not at all. As a toddler, he began speaking Sanskrit to his mother.
Imagine that. Your young child uttering a language you've never even heard.
Understandably, she became concerned. A bit worried, maybe.
Absolutely. Your little one starts speaking a completely foreign language. So she went to Jetsun Drakpa Gyaltsen.
Right, worried that her son might be, unwell or just unusual.
But Jetsun Drakpa Gyaltsen, he recognized the Sanskrit.
And reassured her this was nothing to be alarmed about, perhaps indicating this innate connection to sacred languages.
And then there's that story about him writing.
Oh, yes, spontaneously writing the Indian alphabet, both the Nagara and Lanza scripts, just in the dust.
In the dust.
And when he noticed someone might step on it, he carefully erased it. He himself later explained that he'd learned both Sanskrit and Tibetan so long ago, in previous lives. Wow.
That he couldn't even recall which he had learned first. This whole idea of past life recall, it's a pretty significant concept in Buddhist philosophy.
Past life recall as a toddler, it really makes you think about the potential we all carry within us.
Definitely. And his capacity for learning only accelerated. He effortlessly absorbed not just Tibetan and Sanskrit,
but also diverse fields like astrology, medicine, even the arts.
Right. By his youth, he was already recognized as this remarkable source of wisdom.
What's fascinating here is how this early, almost instinctive understanding points to maybe the power of deep curiosity, or perhaps a different way of learning.
That's a key point. One driven by inherent interest, not just external pressure. Many learned masters of the time, including his own teachers, they recognized him as an emanation of an enlightened being or, someone exceptionally blessed with innate wisdom.
His natural abilities were just astonishing, suggests a really profound connection to knowledge from a very early age. And his spiritual training also started early. His father, Vidhadhara Palchen Opo, gave him important spiritual initiations, empowerments, they call them.
Okay.
He then delved into practices associated with deities like Hevajra, engaging in complex meditative disciplines like the 6-limb sadhana and the Chakrasamvara Tantra.
These sound complex.
They are, plus daily practices involving Aryatala and Manjushri. These are specific pathways in Tantric Buddhism aimed at cultivating profound wisdom and compassion.
Got it. So he was diving deep really early on.
Precisely. He meticulously studied and mastered a vast array of important Tantric and Sutric texts sutras, being the Buddha's discourses,
Right.
as well as medical treatises, and gradually he received the complete cycle of empowerments, blessings, and instructions on the core teachings of the Sakya founders and their lineage.
Ensuring a thorough grounding in their spiritual tradition.
Absolutely.
And even as a young boy, his intellectual feats were, well, truly remarkable.
Weren't they just? At the age of just 8, he gave a commentary on the lotus-born Havadra Sadhana.
8 years old.
By 12, he was offering insights into the second chapter of the Havadra Root Tantra.
Incredible.
And at 14, explaining the Samputa Tantra.
It's almost hard to fathom that level of understanding at such a young age.
It is. By 15, he had already achieved complete mastery of all the essential teachings transmitted by his father and the founders of the Sakya order.
That rapid and profound understanding, it's genuinely extraordinary, speaks to an exceptional intellect and, well, intense dedication, too.
It's like his mind just had this incredible capacity for absorbing and processing information.
And then we hear about his visionary experiences at 18, this profound dream.
Right, where he received the complete teachings of the Abhidharma Kosha directly from Vasubandhi, a highly respected Buddhist scholar.
And the dream felt real, like it lasted a whole month.
Yeah, daily teaching sessions spanning what felt like an entire month. These kinds of vivid, impactful dreams are often considered really significant in spiritual traditions, like a deep engagement with the teachings.
And what's particularly striking is that later, when he actually received the Abhidharma Kosha teachings from the Kashmiri Pandita Sakya Pandita,
the content was exactly the same as what he had experienced in his dream.
Wow. That suggests a deep intuitive connection, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like he was already attuned to it.
Definitely. He also recounted a dream where he was guided to Master Dignaga's cave in India,
Okay.
the place filled with texts on logic. And this dream is said to have unlocked a special wisdom within him, giving him this profound understanding of intricate logical treatises.
It makes you wonder about the different ways our minds can process and gain insight, even while we sleep.
His formal studies in Buddhist logic, specifically pramana epistemology, valid means of knowledge.
Right, logic was crucial.
Very. Began at 19 with Master Shurul. Then at 20, he met Master Sur Zanu Sengj.
And just mastered his teachings on pramana immediately.
Pretty much. He was so adept he even asked permission to teach it to others right away.
Why was logic such a big deal in Buddhist scholarship then?
Well, it served as this vital tool for understanding complex philosophical concepts, like emptiness, and for establishing a firm foundation for Buddhist doctrine through reasoned argument.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Imagine grasping something so completely in one meeting that you're ready to teach it.
I know. He even instructed Master Sir Zoni Senja's own students, going through key pramana texts twice a day, all from memory, within a single month.
The whole assembly must have been amazed.
Understandably, highlights not just his memory, but his deep conceptual grasp.
So he kept studying with Master Surzana Senj.
Yes, receiving teachings on the Madhyamaka collection of reasoning, which explores the Buddhist idea of emptiness.
Okay.
Then, after his father and spiritual master passed away, he returned to Sakya and made extensive offerings in honor of Master Tsorzonu Senj, showed deep respect for his teachers.
But then the path took an unexpected turn.
As it often does. On his way to reunite with his teacher, he met the renowned Kashmiri Pandita Sakya Pandita, who was teaching logic at the time.
And instead of carrying on, he just stayed.
Felt compelled to stay and receive teachings from this new master. Speaks to a powerful thirst for knowledge, overriding even prior commitments.
And this meeting turned out to be pretty pivotal.
Hugely. So, when Sakya Pandita taught in Sanskrit from Sanskrit texts, Sakya Pandita would follow along, reading the Tibetan translations.
Okay.
Some of the other Panditas there apparently ridiculed him for this, thinking he couldn't understand the original Sanskrit.
Judging too quickly.
Exactly. But when Sakya Pandita questioned the usefulness of the Tibetan text, Sakya Pandita brilliantly translated the teachings and commentaries back into Sanskrit on the spot.
No way.
Yes, demonstrating their perfect equivalence. This display of linguistic mastery and deep understanding, well, it deeply impressed his teacher.
I bet.
Who then rebuked the other students for their hasty judgment.
That's an absolutely incredible story. It really underscores his ability to grasp the core meaning beyond just the surface language.
Right, and he even gained a crucial insight into logic through a question he posed to Sakya Pandita about the subtle difference between something being barely bluish and being blue itself.
It's often in those small distinctions, isn't it? Where profound understanding emerges.
Precisely. Through that seemingly simple question, Sakya Pandita realized a core principle of Buddhist logic about conceptual distinctions.
So he continued his studies.
Oh, yes. With other highly respected scholars like Pandita Dhanashila and Pandita Sangashri, he extensively studied Sanskrit and logic with them, recognizing the immense value of learning from such accomplished Sanskrit masters.
Shows the importance of seeking out the best teachers, really.
Definitely. His dedication just seems relentless. After that, he spent 2 intensive years studying Sanskrit, logic, poetry, composition, rhetoric, the whole package, with Pandita Sugatashri.
Further refining his intellectual toolkit.
Uh-huh. And then, at age 25, he sought full monastic ordination from Sakya Pandita. A significant occasion, yes. Held at Nyongchang, with Sakya Pandita as the principal abbot and other respected monks attending.
And Sakya Pandita emphasized the vows.
Very much so. The vital importance of diligently upholding his monastic vows. He even appointed a strict discipline master, a Vinaya instructor, to guide him.
But even after taking full vows, his learning didn't stop.
Didn't waver at all. He continued studying, delving into the intricate logical system, the 7 categories of pramana.
Real logic.
And further teachings on monastic discipline, Vinaya, the Buddha's discourses, Sutra, and tantric practices from both Sakya Pandita and Bodhisattva Kewal.
This continuous dedication really underscores the Buddhist emphasis on lifelong learning and spiritual growth.
Absolutely. And his meditation practice also deepened considerably during this time. He cultivated this incredibly stable state of meditative concentration, samadhi.
Which gave him insights.
Profound insights into the interdependent nature of everything inner experience, the external world. He even developed the ability to foresee future events.
Wow.
Apparently, his concentration was so strong that nothing could disturb his meditation, even in crowded or chaotic places.
Incredible focus. And it seems the connection with his root guru, Jetsun Drakpa Gulsen, was really key.
Absolutely pivotal. After a period of ill health, where he served his teacher with unwavering devotion, he received a significant spiritual transmission, the Guru Yoga blessing.
Guru Yoga. That's about connecting deeply with the teacher, seeing them as the embodiment of enlightenment, right?
Exactly. It's a profound practice in Vajrayana Buddhism, and this experience led to a fundamental shift in his perception.
How so?
He directly perceived his Lama, Jetsun Drakpa Gyaltsen, as the living Buddha, the embodiment of all Buddhas, developed this unshakable devotion.
And that changed things.
Profoundly. It brought about liberation from the fear of death, allowed him to realize the essential meaning of scriptures and logic with exceptional clarity.
Fearless confidence.
Yes, in his understanding of the entire Tripitaka, the Buddhist canon, he even experienced the benevolent presence of deities and spirits.
And he had direct visions, too.
Yes, direct visionary experiences of many deities, like Arya Manjushri and Tara, who bestowed countless Dharma teachings upon him, further deepening his meditation and insights.
And these powerful visions extended into his dreams.
They did. He recounted a vivid dream of teaching the Dharma in Sanskrit from a magnificent high throne to the immense gathering, with the sun and moon rising from his shoulders, a powerful symbol of his future influence, his wisdom illuminating the world.
Wow. Any others?
He also shared a dream with Sakya Pandita about a small creek turning into a vast river where they listened to profound secret Mantrayana songs together with their teacher.
Shared visionary experiences. That sounds significant within a lineage.
It often is, seen as confirmations, deepenings of understanding.
And he reported receiving teachings directly in Sakya Monastery, too, not just in dreams.
Yes, and hearing this clear voice revealing details of his past lives as a highly learned Pandita, especially skilled in logic.
Which reinforced his natural inclination for Sanskrit and logic.
Exactly. He himself attributed it to these deep habits from previous lifetimes.
There was also a prophecy.
Right. On one occasion while teaching, he heard a distinct voice prophesying he was an emanation of Drakpa Gyaltsen, destined to guide even those who seemed beyond help.
Amazing. And he recognized voices from past lives.
He did, indicating this deep continuity of spiritual connection. And during a period of minor physical discomfort, holy beings like Manjushri apparently manifested to offer comfort.
His clairvoyant abilities also showed in predicting his own passing.
Remarkably accurate predictions. He declared the specific year he would leave this realm well in advance. His disciples recorded it and saw it come true.
Beyond all this, he was also a prolific writer.
Incredibly prolific. He stated his writing had 2 main purposes: benefiting others with clear Dharma explanation,
and demonstrating elegant composition.
Exactly. For texts aimed at benefiting others, he ensured they were flawless, logical, clear, consistent with scriptures, built to withstand scrutiny.
And the elegant ones.
Yeah.
like his homage to the Sugatas.
Masterfully balanced beauty of language with profound meaning. Clear prose, beautiful literary ornamentation, a rhythm that made them a pleasure to recite.
His writings were highly esteemed then.
Likened to pure gold or a garden of pearls, sources for quotation admired by the wise for their clarity and depth.
And if all that wasn't enough, he was a master debater too.
Renowned. Peerless intelligence, fearless courage from his deep understanding of Scripture. His speech was flawless, unassailable in debate.
Who did he debate?
He silenced numerous highly regarded Tibetan masters, outshone accomplished Indian Panditas,
Wow.
and even famously defeated masters of other religious traditions, including the scholar Harananda and 6 other prominent Hindu masters who came to challenge him.
Incredible. So until age 63, his life was just this continuous practice.
Study, contemplation, meditation, teaching, composition, debate. Nonstop.
And his fame spread far.
So far it reached Khodan Khan, son of the Mongolian emperor, which tells you something about the influence of spiritual leaders even in secular power structures, doesn't it?
It really does. So the Khan invited him to the Mongol court.
Yes, hearing of his wisdom, the Khan sent an official invitation. And Sakya Pandita, recalling a prophecy from his teacher about benefiting the teachings in the north,
Accepted the invitation. Selfless motivation, really.
absolutely. His journey to China took 3 years.
3 years.
And throughout, he continued teaching and guiding countless disciples who sought him out.
And he had that dialogue with the Kadampa master.
Right, Namkabum. Clearly explaining his main reason for going was to prevent potential harm to the people and teachings in Tibet. Shows his deep sense of responsibility.
So he finally arrived at the emperor's palace in Lingchu.
Met Khodan Khan, and they engaged in extensive, in-depth discussions about Dharma principles. With help from scholars, the Khan developed a profound understanding and appreciation.
And the Khan really respected him.
Hugely. He issued a decree elevating the status of Buddhist monks, with Sakya Pandita as the preeminent figure, placing them above other religious practitioners in his domain.
And didn't Sakya Pandita cure the Khan's illness?
He's credited with miraculously curing a severe skin ailment through ritual and spiritual practice. This led to even deeper devotion from the Khan. Subsequently, Sakya Pandita gave profound Dharma teachings to the Khan and various ethnic groups at court, using multiple languages. This led to a significant flourishing of Buddhism in the region under the Khan's influence.
Did he ever plan to go back to Tibet?
He might have initially, but his wisdom let him see that staying in China would bring greater, more lasting benefit to the Dharma spread.
So he stayed.
He did. He sent generous gifts and his important teaching, illumination of the sage's intent, back to his students in Tibet, urging them to study and practice it diligently.
And he passed away there.
Yes, at the age of 70.